Happy morning to you all, my wonderful students. Very happy morning to you. I'm sure you all have watched the first two videos that I have sent you and have very well understood about the sentence. Today, we are going to touch upon the second topic of our English grammar. That is subject and predicate. Let's look at some of the sentences. Look at these sentences put up on the slide. I have highlighted them in two colors, red and blue. That is for you all to understand that every sentence is made up of two parts. I repeat, every sentence is made up of two parts. Let's understand these two parts of the sentence and what are these parts of the sentence called. So let's focus on the first part, which is underlined in red. Dear students, we all know that when we use sentence to say something about something or someone, isn't it? Let's read the first one. About whom are we talking in the first sentence? Come on, think. About whom are we talking in the first sentence? Sure. Rahul. We are talking about Rahul. Rahul likes playing football. So we are talking about whom? About Rahul. Look at the second one. What are we talking about? It's a thing. It's not a person. It's a thing. So what are we talking about? We are talking about the washing machine. The washing machine is working. So we are talking about the washing machine. Similarly, in the third, about whom are we talking? About I. And the fourth one, Papa is smiling. About who? Whom are we talking about in this sentence? About Papa. Papa is smiling. Yes? So, remember, the part of the sentence that names what means what thing are we talking about, or the part of the sentence that name whom, that means the person that we are talking about, is called the subject. So the first part of the sentence is the name of a person, or it could be a name of a thing. So we can say subject, come on, read with me. Subject is therefore the name of the thing. It could be either the name of a thing or person we are talking about. Remember, subject could be a word or it could be a group of words. Like we have read the example, Rahul likes playing football. Here the subject Rahul is just one word. But in the second one, the subject, we are talking about the washing machine. It's a group of words, the washing machine. So, subject could be either a word or a group of words. Let us now see what is said about the subject. So, we have understood that red underlined words, those are the subject that we are talking about in the sentence. Now let's understand the blue highlighted words in the sentence. What is said about the subject? Rahul was the subject. What is said about Rahul? We say Rahul likes playing football, right? So we say about Rahul that he likes playing football. Similarly, about washing machine, what is said about the washing machine? Washing machine is a subject we are talking about. What is said about washing machine? Washing machine is working. So the part of the sentence that says something about the subject is called predicate. So in the fourth one, Papa is smiling. What is said about Papa? Papa is smiling. So remember, the part of the sentence that says something about the subject is called predicate. Have you noticed? Predicate always contains a verb. You know what is verb? Verb means action, action word. The word which tells what that person or thing is doing. For example, the helicopter flew over the sea. What are we talking about? What is the subject? The helicopter. Yes? And what is the action word here? What is the action that the helicopter is doing? Flew. So, from there, from the verb should always be the part of the predicate. So, flew over the sea becomes the predicate. That is what is said about the subject. Subject is helicopter, and we say, what we say about the subject? That the helicopter flew over the sea. And the word flew, verb, should always be contained in the predicate. So I hope you have understood the first part. What we speak about in the sentence is the subject, and what is said about the subject is called the predicate, and predicate should always contain the action word, the verb. Let's do this exercise. Take out your notebook. You will only circle. First one, what should come in circle? Write it. So circle the subject and underline the predicate in the following sentence. No need of writing the sentence. Only what you have to circle, write that word and circle it. Okay? I'm giving you time. The bird is flying. What are we talking about? Think. What we are talking about is the subject. So you will circle it. The teacher sings well. About whom are we talking in this sentence? That becomes the subject. Circle it. Ritu will come today. What are we talking about? About whom are we talking? Circle it. That is the subject. And the last one, do it by yourself. Ask the question to yourself. Whom are we talking about? Done? Yes. So have you got all these words as a subject? The bird, the teacher. In the third sentence, we are talking about Ritu. And the fourth one, you. So the remaining ones are the predicate. Once a subject is identified, the remaining ones. Now let's see whether there is action word in each one of them in the predicate. Yes. First one, flying, action. Sings well. Will come today. Should not sing in the classroom. Every predicate has a verb. Students, I hope you all have understood about subject and predicate, the two parts of the sentence. Happy learning. God bless you all.